In this game, Danyl took black, Piotrek took white. In this joseki, it's most common to play the tiger's mouth, like this, hane, and then connect. And afterwards, you can play this atari. You can maybe jump, or maybe you can tenuki. And it's considered a bit better for black on an empty board. On the other hand, if black goes like this, it should be a bit better for white, because it's just like a normal joseki shape, but without an exchange, which white does not need to make. Anyway, it's somewhat useful exchange. It creates some weakness in black's shape, but it of course also takes away white's liberty. So this should be better for white, since white was not forced to make an exchange. White continues in the other corner. All right, and now attaches. This attachment. Good question whether it's a good idea now. I think if I were black, I would play from this side and go into this joseki. Maybe now simply not inserting the ladder stone, just playing here, giving white such shape. Possible. I don't know if it's the best joseki choice. The other option is to play from the corner, yes. Also makes sense. Now certainly this stone is well located, so maybe this is a better joseki choice. The stone is kind of perfectly placed. White cuts, hoping that black will simply play here, and then white pushes and maybe somehow covers black's stone. But black decided to turn, and then instead of playing like it is in joseki, black extends once more. And this is a powerful move. If white lets black connect here, then black will not be in need of adding a stone in the corner. This would be a big success for black. And if white blocks, then black also breaks through. And again, black will not need to add a stone in the corner. So black is playing very efficiently. This is good result for black. Then white played on the outside. I don't know why not here. This is a usual move. We extend after a hana on the tiger's mouth. After this move, white should immediately insert the exchange and then extend. Yeah, but then maybe white can get this, what white really wants. Still, black goes back. It's fine for black. Unless it's still possible to somehow play actively. But this already starts looking very risky for black. Maybe this is too much. Looks like too much. Yeah, black plays double hana, and then for some reason white just extends without inserting the exchange. So why? Then black simply connects, and for sure it would have been better with the exchange. So right now white needs to block, yes, and then black was also forced to add a move in the corner. If black doesn't do it, then there is an aji of creating some ko, like this. Yeah, so black adds a move and it's some sort of compromise. And now where should white play? Obviously, the group is still quite thin and the shape is not great. Black can hit this spot and yeah, white ends up with a bad shape. So it's necessary to add a move on the right side. And even after the move is added, black can still think of starting a fight. But for sure, with an added move, it's a better fight for white than without. So white owes a move here. But instead, white plays on the bottom side. And this is not a move which is possible to understand because black is strong on both sides. So why do we need to go so deep? Even if we want to reduce black's area, then let's do it in a more modest way, like this and then like that. Then, well, black gets 20 points there on the bottom, but these are points made from two strong groups, so it is not painful for white to give away such points. But if white plays like this, white creates a weak group, and soon white will have two problems, two weak groups. Okay, like this white connected the groups. I think black should have pushed through here and then maybe attach here. Let's say it goes somehow like this. Maybe white can secure one of the groups, but still the other group will be thin. Black simply goes out, trying to attack the groups after they are connected. Well, also it makes sense. It also makes sense. Maybe here it would have been better to start with a peep and then play this move, because then white's peep would not be so powerful. Maybe black can even start a fight. Like this move of white looks very natural. Yes, and then white keeps putting some pressure on black's group, but white is also thin on the other side. By the way, it's very important to know that locally you play like this. This is how you continue that shape. This double keima, dog's head, is not much often played in this shape. Maybe still it's better to play like this and this. Might be better. Alright, white goes out, secures the shape, makes sense. Actually, it creates a big weakness in black's shape. White can go for this and black should be locally dead. Yeah, like this. Maybe better like this, leaving the Koaji, because this move leaves too much aji. All right. Black gets a move in the center. So after all, the game develops normally, I would say, not a disaster for anyone. Black has, I don't know, 20 points on the bottom with a bit of potential, a weakness there. White needs probably right now to take care of the group in the center, and then black will have time to go back on the top. So let's say white plays here, black plays here, white plays here. Normal game, difficult to say who is ahead, but white decided to play very aggressively and cut black. However, white didn't think that his own shape is not very strong. Right now, if white plays like this, then actually white's initial cutting move doesn't work. So then white goes out that way. And then the very difficult fight starts. White is cut, black is cut. I think well played by black. Nice attachment, nice combination. Maybe white needs to play here. Actually, yeah, why not? There is still a weakness in black's shape. So probably white would do best if now white plays this one and then still somehow fights, because the fight still is maybe a bit difficult for black. Black is a bit busy. But white just plays this move, giving black a chance to attack white's shape, and then suddenly black captures the cutting stones and then starts an attack on the big group of white. So this is very much not in white's favor. If white now tries to fight like this, where does it go? Maybe possible to fight like that, or maybe black plays this move and then goes like that. Yes, looks crazy, but after all, black captures white's group. White gets a big compensation, so maybe actually it's playable for white, but of course we are all very much afraid of dying with a group. The group is worth 10, 20, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 28 points, and also this group is worth something, but white also gets really a lot. So maybe this is better than what white chose in the game, because in the game white simply loses the cutting stones and the group is still under attack. Well, it is not dead, but still white has a big problem with it. And now if white adds a move, black has time to play there. White still needs to add a move. So yeah, this is probably satisfactory for black, but in the game white ignored that move of black, and then black covered white, and the game becomes very difficult for white now. Now white somehow needs to magically make life with the group. White tries to achieve it by attacking black on the outside, but it didn't give white much hope. Black simply made life on the outside and white resigned. So at this point, probably there is not much hope. The better chance to still stay in the game is to somehow try to make life with the group by itself. Here we all know this beautiful Tesuji to make an eye, but it's an eye in Gote, so we need first to make an eye in Sente somewhere around here, which might be possible. Maybe it will be some Ko. Yeah, probably not possible without a Ko, but with the Ko, actually here, what is it? It's not yet an eye, so it's a Ko for white's life. Not great, but still we should probably try something along these lines. And the attempt to capture black on the outside was not realistic. It was too easy for black to build the shape. Yeah, maybe we can now try to play this move. But black follows with that technique. Yeah, it's very easy for black to build a group. Well, also this cut is too much if then the white is forced to add moves to the group on the other side. Maybe white didn't think that black will simply give away the stone and focus on attacking white on the bottom. In such case, if white thought of that one, white should have played more calmly. Just play like this, it's still a long game. Just playing such exchanges and then going back is not a good idea. Then black only get better result on the outside, because black can take away the initiative on the outside. So yeah, this cut was very risky play by black, but in the end it worked well. And probably the key mistake of white in this game is not protecting the group right now. Yeah, it feels like that one is a vital point, but in fact the fight is very difficult for black, even if black gets it. So we should have just let black get into that difficult fight. Later maybe even cut black's group with such technique. Yeah, but in the game black had the chance to attack white on the bottom, and black killed white's group. So this is it about this game, and let's move to the next one.